Guys, welcome back, and guess what? It's embarkation day again. So I'm here in my hotel in Miami right now, and today is going to be pretty different to any embarkation day that I've had up until now, and that's because it's with a cruise line that pride themselves in doing things pretty differently. So come with me as we leave my hotel here, head down to Port Miami to board Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. And just like that, it was time to grab my final coffee for my time in Miami, head across to the cruise port and onto the ship. I chose to travel using Uber, and that took about 15 minutes to go from my hotel on South Beach over to Virgin's terminal. Speaking of Virgin's terminal, look at this. Isn't this just amazing? I can't wait to show you inside here, but for now the only thing I need to ask you to do, if you're not already, jump down below and click subscribe. Guys, I've just got out the Uber and I'm now at the Virgin Voyages terminal here. So Virgin have actually built their own cruise terminal in Miami. So yeah, I think this is going to already be very different before we even get onto the ship. Now, if you've never cruised with Virgin before, then you might not know, but the first thing I need to do today is to collect my wristband. Now, instead of a room key being done on a card with Virgin, everything is done via a wearable device that you pop on your wrist, and that's how you charge things all during your cruise, and it's also how you access your room. So look, let's get in, hopefully pick up my wristband, and let's get on to Scarlet Lady. It's time to go inside Virgin Voyages' sparkling Miami cruise terminal. I know what you might be thinking, where on earth are all the people? I was asking exactly the same question, and it turns out most of them were already on board. They had already boarded before I even got there, so I had probably one of the most relaxing embarkation experiences ahead. Now, there's no denying Virgin have pulled it off in here. It feels so upmarket, it feels immaculate, and I am a really big fan. Before you arrive at the ship, you're required to check in on the mobile app. If you haven't filled that in completely, you can enter the something's missing line. If, however, you're marked as ready to sail, you enter that line on the right, which puts you here, out to one of the many check-in desks where you receive your bands. For me, it was a quick overview of the deep blue perks, which I'll fill you in on in a little bit. And then, after I was given that first wristband, it was time for me to receive my second, which is the primary method for charging items to your account while on board. Anyway, after that, it was time for me to, with my new jewellery attached, head over towards the ship. Right, I'm not even on the ship yet, but I think we need to stop and just talk about this terminal. Now, this is by far the most modern and, to be honest, luxurious cruise terminal I have ever seen. Behind me at the moment, you've got day beds, you've got sofas. Over there, there's like a terrace with sun loungers on it, there's a coffee shop. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, the terminal is dead, and I've just been told that while the ship holds something like 2,700 people, apparently there's not even 2,000 people on board for this cruise. So I'm hoping that this is going to feel like such a luxurious experience. I love sailing on a ship that's not crammed full. Now anyway, as you know, I've now got my wristband, and I've also got my deep blue perks wristband, which I'll tell you about when we get onto the ship. Oh, I don't know about you, but I can't wait. So look, enough in here, see you on board. As we say our goodbyes to this pretty amazing cruise terminal, let me give you a mega quick look round the departures hall. As you can see, there are so many seating options up here, so even if you do have a delayed embarkation, it should be pretty comfortable. There was even a number of hammocks all around the hall. I was absolutely amazed. Anyway, speaking of amazing, let's get on to this, what should be pretty amazing ship. Time to pass under the embarkation signs and then have a pretty awkward walk up the gangway. I think this would be great as a group, but a little bit awkward on your own.
Oh boy, sailor! How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good.
Are you ready for a Virgin Voyage?
Yep.
Hell yeah! Are you ready for drinks? All the bars are open, go enjoy.
Excellent, thank you. So, enough of that. We're now up in the corridor heading to my cabin, and look what beat me here. My suitcase. Now, it's certainly getting dragged along the corridor, and I'll explain why in a few minutes' time. Guys, welcome to 12244, which is a nifty little inside cabin up on deck 12. And you know what? That was the quickest and the smoothest embarkation process I have ever seen. There was someone there at every single stage, takes your hand and walks you through and basically walks you onto the ship. That was honestly amazing. Now, anyway, I've last cruised on Virgin when I was on Valiant Lady, which was when that ship launched over in the UK. Now, the experience on there was very, very different to what I think the experience is going to be like on here. So already, it feels like I'm in a different world than what Valiant was, for a number of reasons. One, that they just embarked at a generic Portsmouth terminal, and number two, well, the weather is probably the biggest difference, because this ship, I've always thought, is built for the sunshine, and that is what we've got today, which is brilliant. But look, before I walk you through these guys here, and also some paperwork that we've come in to find in the cabin, let me give you a quick tour of my home from home. Right guys, we're in. Welcome to my cabin, and before anyone asks where's the rest of it, yes, this is one of the smallest solo cabins that you'll find out on the ocean. Now, I'm on the inside, so I don't have a window, and this cabin grade is called a solo insider. Now, the way that this works is you've got the bed at one end of the room, and you've got storage down where we're standing at the moment, so I'll bring you around and show you. Now, if you'd like to see this room in any more detail, jump over to my channel, and I'll hopefully be able to get a room tour up there for you to have a look at. But this room, I've always thought, is perfect for a solo traveller, and I love how nifty it is. So, you've got the bed there. That's probably like a single and a half, whatever that would be. And then you've got the TV down at the end of the bed there. Now, moving over, you've got a decent sized mirror that's all backlit, which is nice. And then you've got the desk. So let's just cover what's on the desk quickly. Now, you've got water, and if you want that restocked, you don't have to take it all the way out the room. You can just ping your cabin steward and they'll bring you some more water, which is great. And they'll also fill up the ice bucket for you, which is red, which is such a nice touch. Even the tongs are red. Quite a lot of people say to me, do you find the red in a Virgin cabin really offensive? To be honest, in here, it's absolutely fine. Now, paperwork, I'll run through with you when you join me back over on the bed. Then you've got like a, is that a fridge? Yep, you've got a fridge under there, and then storage. So yeah, you've got a cupboard that pulls out. I'll show you more of that in my room tour. And then you've got the cupboard door. Now, I've always hated this. I hated this on Valiant Lady, and I hate it here. It reminds me far too much of a shower curtain. Like, I think either put a door or don't put a door, because if I shut that, well, I mean, it's difficult to do anyway. I mean, you can still see the suitcase anyway. You can see through it. So, yeah, not convinced on that. Let me show you the bathroom while you're here. So, bathroom. In we go. There I am there. Hello. Now, bathroom on here is quite cool, actually. So, they give you, like, all makeup towels and things, which is, well, I mean, not handy for me. Don't worry, I won't be dressing up in drag at any point during this cruise. But, yeah, handy if you wear makeup, I imagine. And then in here, hang on, only open door here. Ah, okay, so, shower cubicle, yeah, decent. Rainfall shower, and another shower head, and soap and things. So, yeah, where am I looking? There. Pretty good. Now, what we'll do, join me back over on the bed and let me walk you through these and also the paperwork. Okay, hopefully you've liked what you've seen because, well, to be honest, you're going to see plenty of it over the next couple of videos. So, yeah, I think this cabin is pretty small. Well, it's very small, but it is very functional. Like, head over and check out my room tour. Anyway, let's look, first of all, at documents, right? So, 1, 2, and 3. Now, first up, you have got your, basically, your paper daily schedule. So this just says, ahoy sailor, welcome aboard, welcome to setting sail the Virgin Way. Now, this document basically just gives you a bit of information of what is going on around the ship, but I'm going to come back and tell you what we're going to do later. I'm excited to show you this because, yeah, I'm thinking this will be very different from what some of you have seen me do before. There's going to be no ballroom dancing on here, I can guarantee that now. Now, the second document is the Virgin Voyages Red Book. Now, in here, it basically gives you like a welcome from Richard Branson, and then when you go through, it gives you kind of just all the key information. There's a spa menu in here. There's also a beach club at Bimini map, so I'm going to look at that later because obviously we go there on this cruise. And the third thing is a ship map. So I don't need this because this is basically the same layout of ship as what Valiant Lady was, so I should be able to get my bearings pretty quickly, hopefully, but, well, watch this space and see if I actually can show you what's going on around the ship or if I get totally lost. Now, let's talk about these two things. So, I have got my, well, first of all, my wearable, which, oh, I mean, this is so cringe. So it says on it, feeling naughty, but naughty is spelled like nautical. Honestly. So anyway, I can't remember what my last one would have said. It wasn't, I don't think it was anything like that, though. But anyway, so I have got my wearable. Now, when you go to enter your cabin, you just hold that against the lock and the door unlocks for you. When you go to charge anything to your room, you just hold that against a keypad. And also, when you go to get on or off the ship, you just hold that against the security scanner and all your information comes up. So I mean, I love a wearable. It's such a good step following the pandemic. Some cruise lines have toyed with us, so Princess have also tried wearables, which, I mean, it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't work, but on here, it seems to work really well. Now, the second thing to talk to you about is this, which I can't take off, so it's on there for the duration. But this is what you call a Deep Blue Perks wristband. Now, I got this because I'm sailing with Virgin twice this year, so by the end of the year. And I also did a status match. So a lot of people don't know this, but Virgin status matched their loyalty program against other cruise lines. So I actually matched my diamond level MSC loyalty with Virgin, so that gets me Deep Blue Perks. Now, the perks on here are really, really good. A lot of loyalty programs don't give you too much. But just by doing that status match and getting this wristband, I got priority boarding, although I didn't need it today because it was too good anyway. I've got a bag of laundry, a couple of shirts that they'll press for me. I've got $100 bar tab added to the room. I've got complimentary or upgraded premium Wi-Fi. So Virgin always offer everyone standard Wi-Fi. So that's upgraded to premium, so I can stream, I can upload videos, which is obviously so good for like Instagram and TikTok and things. And there's also a sail away event tonight, just for people with Deep Blue Perks. So from a loyalty program point of view, you get quite a lot of value for money on here. I'd be happy even just getting the $100 bar tab, to be perfectly honest with you. But look, I guess enough from in the room. Let's head out. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Valiant Lady had a good pizza restaurant that, to be honest, I might go down and try and get a pizza before we do like the evacuation drill on the TV and all that sort of thing, because I need to go and check into my muster station and things now as well. So hopefully let's go and get a pizza, and I'll probably speak to all of you when we get back here ready to head up for the ship sailing away. After recording that last clip, an announcement came through the ship to ask everybody to complete their muster drill. What that consists of with Virgin is watching this pretty cool, pretty nifty safety video in your cabin and then making your way down to your muster station. After I completed that, it was time for me to head along for the pizza that I was telling you about a few minutes ago at the pizza place, which is one of the onboard included dining options. Now, the pizza place is absolutely brilliant. It's so casual, so informal, and the menu in here remains largely the same, but there'll be a special pizza on the menu each day of your cruise. The venue itself, here it is. It's pretty small. You've got this section here, and then you've also got an outdoor terrace. So if you are experiencing a warmer day at sea, or maybe you're still in port, you can take your food and eat outside. If you don't fancy pizza, you can use the grab-and-go fridges to take one of the many salad options, but for me, it was a pepperoni pizza, hands down. By the time that was ready, I completely ran out of time, which means it's up to the top deck. So I thought I was going to have all the time in the world to get back to the cabin and catch up with you guys before we sailed out, and then the captain did an announcement to say that for 30 minutes it was unlimited free bubbles, so that definitely took the priority. But look, if you would excuse me, there's a heck of a pool party happening along there. The side that you're looking at right now, this is all the cruise terminals, so if you've cruised with Royal Caribbean, you've cruised out of one just up there. If you've cruised with Norwegian, then they leave from here. Carnival leave from this one here. So Virgin are right at the very end, and it's so cool actually to see all the terminals empty. So we're the only ship leaving today. And on that note, let's go and get a, well, I say let's go and get a drink. I've got a drink. Let's go and get a fresh drink, and I'll see you all by the pool. So wherever you're watching from, cheers. Welcome to the main pool deck of Scarlet Lady, which is exactly where, underneath the baking Florida sunshine, the main sail-away party was taking place. One thing that caught me very much off guard was just how quiet the top deck was. I've seen photos and I've seen videos of various Virgin sail-aways where this entire deck is crushed wall to wall with people. So it was quite weird, but also pretty refreshing to feel as though you had the deck to yourself. Yes, that meant more complimentary bubbles for everybody up there. If you've never cruised out of Miami, please take this video as your sign to get something booked. It is an absolutely beautiful city to cruise out of, and over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you exactly that. Let me show you the view right now as we pull away from Virgin Voyages terminal here in the city, sail downstream, past South Beach and out to sea. I'll leave you for the next couple of minutes, and I'll next catch up with you back down in the cabin when we're getting ready to head out to experience night number 1 of our Virgin voyage. Okay, we're out. We are now out at sea, and I've officially entered a period of national mourning. So, unfortunately, I bought a brand new suitcase when I was home in July. And where is it? This one here. So, the wheel is unfortunately ready to come off. Not sure what's happened on its way onto the ship today, but this is only ship number 4 since buying it. So I bought it in July. This is ship number 4, and it's already non-pullable. So, like, honestly, I'm hoping that I've been to guest services, and I'm hoping that they are going to be able to help, even if there's just someone to fix it, because otherwise it's about to get interesting when I now have a suitcase that I'm going to have to manually lift, because Not sure if it comes across well on camera, but I am unable to lift 30 kilograms repeatedly for a sustained period of time. And by sustained period of time, I mean any longer than about 3.5 seconds. So, Virgin, hopefully you're going to pull through and help me on this one. But anyway, suitcase aside, I am now back in the room and ready to head out for dinner. And do you know what? I'm buzzing about the fact that, like, I'm ready for dinner and this is what I'm wearing. The last 2 weeks on Cunard, I have been, shirts every night and formal trousers, and yeah, I haven't felt comfortable just in, like, casual clothes. So I'm literally wearing skinny jeans, a pair of Converse, and just this striped t-shirt. And I'm so excited because it's going to be so chilled. Now, plan for tonight, I am going to be dining at Razzle Dazzle, which I was going to say if you followed me for a while, but I don't think I've ever done any content from Virgin. So Razzle Dazzle is a restaurant further down in the ship, which it's from memory on Valiant. It's very black and white themed and it's quite sort of abstract. So I remember the breakfast in there being good, but I've never been for dinner. So I'm very intrigued to see what the menu looks like. So I'll take you with me, obviously, and I'll show you when we get down there. But one of the things that I love about a Virgin cruise is that now they don't have main dining rooms on here. They have individual restaurants which are really good quality. They're like the quality of a speciality restaurant on a normal cruise ship, but it's all included in your fare. So the restaurant I eat in tonight, I'll eat somewhere different tomorrow night and the following night and the following night and so on. And at no point will I be paying for my meals, despite the fact it's usually an elevated experience over what you'd expect from a main dining room on a cruise ship. So, watch this space. That said, I'll go down here and it'll be rotten, but I'm going to keep the faith. The suitcase hasn't started me off on the best foot, but I'm going to keep the faith. After that, I am going to head along to like a dance show. I remember this happened on Valiant actually, so it's called the Untitled Dance Party thing. Basically, the Happenings cast on here. So the Happenings cast is like, there's a dancer, there's a diva, there's a foodie, all these key people who are basically employed as what I would say is like hype men to get the party going. So they get involved, they get on the stage and help everyone to just have a great time. I remember it on Valiant, it was amazing, and it was just, I'm not going to say any more though, I'm going to take you with me and show you what it's like, because it definitely caught me a little bit off guard when I saw it down there for the first time. Now, yeah, other than that, I'm going to start making my way through my $400 bar tab. So when I booked this cruise, and yes, I'm on here for 4 nights, so when I booked this cruise, I got $300 as an incentive, and I've got another $100 because of this deep sea status thing. So yeah, I've got the challenge of $100 a night in drinks that I have to try and get through, and it's currently 25 past 8 and I've currently spent 0. So buckle up because it's about to get pretty interesting on Scarlet Lady. But look, enough from me here, because the more I talk, the less time that is to eat and begin making progress on this bar tab. So I will see all of you at dinner. It's time to leave the cabin, walk through the ship, and head down to Razzle Dazzle. If you've ever cruised before, you hopefully can see that a Virgin cruise ship looks pretty different to most others that are out there on the water. I find it really refreshing, but I know it can be a little bit of a Marmite ship design where you love it or you hate it, but I really, really do like it. Welcome to the restaurant. This is where we're going to have dinner tonight. Feel free to pause the video and see what you would order. Who knows, maybe we would end up eating exactly the same thing. Here's the view from my table. One thing that I really love about Virgin is that if you're travelling on your own and you want to sit on your own like I did, absolutely not a problem. Now my dinner tonight, I opted for the salad to begin, which was presented absolutely beautifully, and then I moved on to the V chicken, which was a buttermilk chicken, and again it tasted absolutely great. That was then washed down with an ice cold beer in order to help me make my way through this drinks package that I keep telling you about. I then headed up to the ice cream shop, which is named in a way that I will never ever say the name live on a YouTube video, but I got a scoop of ice cream and then had a walk through the ship on my way to the comedy club. The comedy club on board is the Manor, which is the onboard nightclub. and multi-use venue. So this turns into a comedy club a few nights of the cruise. I'm not, to be honest, the biggest lover of cruise ship comedy. It's a nice way to pass 45 minutes, but I deliberately choose to sit upstairs tucked out the way because I hate being picked on during comedy, and let's be honest, it's beside the bar, so it's a much nicer place for me to spend a bit of time. After comedy, it was into the Red Room, which is Virgin's version of an onboard cruise ship theatre. Now this is where the dance party was taking place, and I know what you're thinking in here. It doesn't really look like much of a theatre. Well, throughout my videos, you will see this venue set up in all different ways, whether it be this type of dance party or a traditional theatre. So watch this space and I'll show you more in due course. This dance party, I'm not going to give too much away because I think it's really unique and fun to discover it yourself for the first time. One of my favourite acts. Let me leave you with this. Yes, I could not stop laughing at her. I just thought it was an absolutely brilliant act. Anyway, after that, it was time to head up to the pyjama party. These are some of the rules. Feel free to pause and have a laugh. And let me show you what I wore. Loads of people on Instagram asked me what I wore. So I opted for a pair of trainers, pyjama shorts, and a t-shirt, because always remember, if you're on these ships in the Caribbean, it's going to be hot, hot, hot up here. So probably don't pack a big fluffy onesie or you're going to be so warm. Now the pyjama party was hosted jointly by the onboard hostess and also the diva, which was the onboard drag act, and it was so much fun. It was absolutely excellent and a really, really good opportunity to make some new friends because everybody is just up for having a laugh and up for just having a really good time. So if you are cruising on a Virgin ship and you can see the pyjama party on the schedule, please pack a pair of pyjamas, get up on that top deck, have a few drinks, and just let your hair down. It is a lot of fun. And to end the night, all I wanted to do was head upstairs and have a walk of the running track to get rid of some of my cruise calories at the end of day number 1. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe and I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.